Welcome to the deep dive. You sent me a bunch of really interesting stuff about tutoring. It seems like you're thinking about taking the plunge, maybe even turning it into a career.
It's definitely a field with more going on than meets the eye, and you've got a great set of resources to get you started.
I was just getting lost in all this RoleCatcher info. It's one thing to help kids with homework, but the guide really paints a picture of what it's actually like to become a tutor. Imagine shaping a student's learning journey, setting your own schedule. That's pretty appealing, right?
It does sound rewarding, but the guide also gets real about the challenges. Unpredictable income is definitely one, especially if you're starting out. And you've got
Right.
to keep up with your field, always learning, always adapting.
That's a good point. You'd think it's all about knowledge, but the guide emphasizes the need for active listening and communication skills. No surprise there. But here's the kicker. It also talks about customer service. Tutoring isn't just about teaching. You're building rapport with students and parents.
Totally. And remember that whole business side. Especially if you're thinking long term, you've got to market yourself, network, build a portfolio that works. I mean, the guide even suggests creating your own study guides.
And that's where RoleCatcher really shines, right? They walk you through different career stages, starting from entry-level positions all the way up to lead tutors or even tutor coordinator. It's amazing how much opportunity there is in this field.
I know, right? You could start small, maybe even as a side gig, and really build from there, gain experience, specialize in a subject you love, maybe even end up managing a whole tutoring program.
It's really inspiring to see those different paths laid out, but let's get down to brass tacks. Imagine you're prepping for an interview and they hit you with that classic question. How do you handle a disruptive student?
Ah, yes, the million-dollar question. But don't worry, RoleCatcher has your back. They've got this massive bank of interview questions specifically for tutors, with tips on crafting the perfect response.
Okay, that's helpful, but are we talking generic answers or do they really dive deep?
Oh, they go way beyond the surface. They break down what interviewers are really looking for, how to highlight your unique skills and experience. They even offer AI-powered feedback if you subscribe to their Copilot service.
Wait, hold up. AI feedback on your interview W skills. That's next level. It's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
It's wild how technology is changing the game, not just for tutoring itself, but for navigating the whole career path. All this talk about skills and technology reminds me of something important.
What's that?
RoleCatcher really emphasizes those core skills that make a good tutor. It's one thing to know your stuff, but you've got to be able to explain it clearly, break down complex ideas, and adapt to different learning styles.
Right, like you could be a genius in your field, but if you can't connect with your student, it's not going to work. They
Yeah.
even gave this example. Imagine being asked in an interview, how do you handle a student who is not receptive to your tutoring? That's a tough one.
It is tough. It's about building that rapport, understanding where the student is coming from, and finding a way to make the learning process work for them.
It really highlights how tutoring is about so much more than just the subject matter. It's about guiding someone on their own unique learning journey.
Absolutely. And that takes a special kind of person, someone with patience, passion, adaptability. These qualities are valuable in any profession.
And speaking of valuable, RoleCatcher provides some really interesting insights into why those soft skills are so important for tutors. For example, they highlight that a tutor's ability to adapt their teaching style can be the difference between a student struggling and having that aha moment.
It's true, and it speaks to the evolving nature of tutoring itself. It's not just about rote memorization anymore. It's about critical thinking, problem solving, and applying knowledge in different contexts.
It sounds like tutoring is becoming a much more specialized and professional field.
Exactly. And with platforms like RoleCatcher offering resources and support, it's becoming more accessible for people who are passionate about teaching and making a real difference.
You know, Going through all of this with you has been eye-opening. It's clear that tutoring is a challenging yet rewarding path, and it's inspiring to see the level of support and resources available to help aspiring tutors succeed.
It really is. And as you continue to explore this path, remember the best tutors are lifelong learners themselves, constantly seeking new knowledge and ways to connect with their students.
That's a great point to end on. So as you delve deeper into the world of tutoring, think about what subjects and age groups resonate most with you and what kind of impact you hope to make on your future students. Good luck and happy learning.